What if everything you think you know about the world is wrong? What if the real motives behind human behavior are not morals, values, or logic, but incentives? Welcome to Freakonomics, the book that pulls back the curtain on everyday life and reveals the strange, surprising, and sometimes hilarious truths hiding underneath. Economist Stephen Levitt and journalist Stephen Dubner explore human behavior in ways most people never think about. They blend economics with real-world mysteries, from cheating teachers to sumo wrestlers, drug dealers to parenting myths, and uncover what's really going on beneath the surface. So let's dive into the hidden side of everything. Part 1, The Power of Incentives, Why People Really Do What They Do. The authors start with a bold idea. People respond to incentives, always. Money, fear, pride, embarrassment, status, power, these forces shape human behavior far more than rules or ethics. They examine a surprising case. Teachers in Chicago who cheated on standardized tests to boost their students' scores. Why cheat? Not because they were bad people, but because the incentives rewarded high scores and punished failure. Freakonomics proves a simple truth. If you want to understand people, follow the incentives. Part 2, Cheating Sumo Wrestlers and Dishonest Experts. One of the book's most fascinating questions is, do sumo wrestlers cheat? Shockingly, yes. Levitt's data showed that matches were fixed in subtle but statistically undeniable ways. This discovery leads to a bigger point. When someone holds power and faces little oversight, cheating becomes tempting. This applies to experts in every field, real estate agents, lawyers, financial advisors. Sometimes the advice they give benefits them, not you. Freakonomics teaches you to think critically, to question motives, incentives, and expert recommendations. Part 3, How Drug Dealers Think, The Economics of a Dangerous Job. One of the most famous chapters answers a strange question: why do drug dealers still live with their moms? Levitt got access to real gang financial records, and the truth shocked everyone. The drug trade looks glamorous at the top, but most dealers earn less than minimum wage. Why stay in such a dangerous job? Because of the tournament effect, a few at the top make fortunes, so thousands risk everything hoping to reach that level. Just like aspiring athletes or musicians, they chase a tiny chance of massive success. This chapter reveals the economics of hope, risk, and inequality. Part 4, What Really Makes Good Parents? Freakonomics also challenges popular parenting beliefs. The authors analyzed mountains of data to find out what actually affects a child's success. The surprising results? Things parents think matter, often don't. For example, playing classical music for your baby, no measurable effect. Constantly scheduling activities, no clear advantage. Expensive schools, not always better results. But things that do matter are less obvious. Parents' education level. The stability of the home. Reading to your child. Having books in the house. Involved parenting. The big idea, who you are matters more than what you constantly try to do. Part 5, The Danger of Assumptions, How We Misunderstand the World. Levitt and Dubner show how common beliefs can be completely wrong. For example, parents obsess over child safety, car seats, helmets, fears about strangers. Yet statistically, swimming pools are far more dangerous than guns. Not because guns aren't deadly, but because pools are everywhere, and we underestimate familiar risks. Freakonomics teaches us to look beyond the obvious and challenge the stories society tells us. Part 6, Crime, Why Did Crime Rates Really Drop in the 1990s? One of the book's most controversial and widely discussed claims is this: the biggest cause of falling crime rates in the 1990s wasn't better policing, stricter laws, or booming economics, but a change that began decades earlier. Levitt argues that the legalization of abortion in the 1970s meant fewer unwanted children grew up in difficult environments, the environments statistically linked to higher crime. It's a controversial argument, but Freakonomics uses data to show connections that few people had ever considered. The lesson? Sometimes the root cause of major societal changes lies far in the past, and far outside the field you'd expect. Part 7, The Hidden Motivations Behind Everyday Behaviors. From baby names to real estate agents, from elections to shopping habits, Freakonomics shows one pattern again and again. Nothing is as simple as it seems. People rarely do things for the reasons they claim. There's always a deeper motivation, a hidden incentive, a benefit or fear beneath the surface. Once you learn to see it, you start recognizing patterns everywhere. Conclusion: Freakonomics teaches you to think differently. Freakonomics isn't about money. It isn't about economics. It's about human behavior and the surprising forces that drive it. Levitt and Dubner give you a superpower, the ability to see the hidden side of everything. They teach you to ask better questions. What's the incentive here? Who benefits? What does the data really show? What story is being hidden? In a world filled with noise, fear, marketing, and assumptions, Freakonomics gives you a clearer lens, one that helps you understand people, decisions, and society at a much deeper level.